dinner. Mealtime passes. The sun sets. You could potentially go back to camp. You've been offered a place to stay here. It looks like Corin stays here often if he's in town. Zhixil has like a kind of a regular room. It looks like Pilot and Alfonz. You know, there are some people that are greeted. Everyone is greeted incredibly warmly. Like it is, they accept all shapes and colors and kinds and everything here. Like Alfonz, no one bats an eye that you're half elf. Pilot, no one bats an eye that you want to keep your face covered or that you're a little shy. But there are some people who are like more regular than others, it seems. Corin and Zhixil being a couple. There are a few people that Corin and Zhixil note and speak to as they come in. And people like a couple people come to the table and like hit like get a couple fist bumps kind of thing, like say like good to see you, whatever. Some people just immediately walk in and go straight upstairs and don't even take food or anything. So it looks like there's a mix of like a very regular crowd, potentially that like rent rooms months at a time, and some who are like passing through. As dinner starts to like kind of wind down, a tiefling begins to set up. I didn't describe the interior of this well. The Laughing Cat it's a big tavern on the inside. There are a multitude of tables. There are booths along. As you walk in the door, the bar is on your left, and then the bar goes into a kitchen. On the far left, there's a stairwell, a doorway, and a stairwell across the building, and that goes upstairs. To the right, there is there are booths and tables and chairs, and the windows are on your right of the front of the building. In the center of the bar tavern area, there's one very large round table, and it seems like people come and sit in groups, and like anybody can sit down at the table. It's not like an individual like party's table. It might seat 20 people around it, and people will come and sit and chat in like groups of 2 or 3 or 4 or in groups of 6 or 7, and people would like call out at people on the other side of the table. And at the far end of the tavern is a large hearth with a fire that appears to keep the room fairly warm. There are a few lanterns in like hung on the wall that are lit as the sun starts to set. One of the barmaids going around, actually, she doesn't light them with like a lit thing. She like lights them magically. And as dinner starts to wind down, there's a red tiefling gentleman, kind of petite, but long hair and kind of like wavy, not like curly hair, but like kind of like a hippie-y kind of hair, and he keeps it kind of tied in the back. It appears he has it in potentially like in like a ponytail, but there's still like a couple like long strands that kind of fall like to either side of his face. And he occasionally like you see him gather it in, and he pulls out a lute and he begins to sing a performance. And it's really just like it's really upbeat, and you get this like feeling of like hominess and welcome even in like his singing. And it's this joyous like song about singing for the sake of singing. And that there is you can sing just for the heck of it. It's like, and you don't have, it's not about singing the right words, it's about singing. And like as he begins to perform, like even the crowd chatter gets louder. And Alfonz, this is like the first time you've felt like welcomed in a place. Like you feel like you don't have to be Alfonz. I feel like you can be Alfonz. Like you can be you. You don't have to have this social status, this thing that you have built about yourself your entire life. Pilot, even you feel like with the crowd, the way everyone's gathering and talking, you see like all of the different races like interacting. Like they're dwarves talking to tieflings. There's a trident comes in at one point. Trident being like a mer person of some sort, like to some extent. There's a fire ganassi Like it is super diverse, and Pilot, you feel like even if you were to completely let your guard down entirely, you're odd. But even amongst all of these people, you feel like they would notice your oddness and accept you, and that's how it feels in here. It feels like a home for anyone. And the performance goes on, and like the crowd chatter gets like there are a few people start playing cards. There's a extreme it appears it's not exactly a gambling game. Like there's a couple coins on the table, but it's more like if you win, like you get bought around kind of thing. And there's like one dwarf who's had like 4 or 5 rounds, and it appears like it's a bluffing game. And like they're throwing out cards, and this like dwarf just like "You're full of shit. You're full of shit, and I know you are." And the elf sitting across the table from him goes, and he lays down the cards, and the dwarf goes, "How? How? It's not possible." And the dwarf like calls over the elven woman who is serving and like orders drinks for everybody, and like they're served, and it's I don't know, it's a really interesting air for a place like you've not been in a place quite like this yet. It feels good. You can understand why it does good business. Bicorn's willing to gossip. He has offered. He said you can stay on his tab tonight if you want to stay here. He understands if you want to go back and stay with Ilikhal. He says he will be staying here tonight if you guys want to meet up with him tomorrow. Same. He offers Zhixil. He says Zhixil stays.
So he's going to be able to help us with Ilikhal's uncle tomorrow morning when we meet him, or is he going to give me something to? Okay. And in the conversation about the Arcanist, did he give me like a description of like a sigil or something that I can look out for on his house, or like directions to where he lives?
If you in talking about it, he mentions the symbol of the like royal family is this hand with the lightning bolt.
Mm-hmm.
He says the Arcanist is, instead of a lightning bolt, it appears it's the same hand, but it is like a moon and stars instead.
Okay.
I think Zhixil might like offer to take them there, because I think at some point during his living in this city has had encounters with the Arcanist. So
yeah, Zhixil would actually be aware of like the household at least. Mm-hmm. Maybe not like specific conversations with Minil and the Arcanist himself.
Yeah,
just because he's like at the top of the social ladder. But even Zhixil's probably met some of the apprentices at some point in time, like the lower like level apprentices, like the scribe level apprentices, but could potentially get you talking to somebody that knows the Arcanists like 2 levels up or something. Ground floor kind of thing.
And do you communicate that to me?
Yeah. So Zhixil's like, of course, I do know Minilin, not on a personal level, of course, but I can guide you there if you would like a hand.
Yes, you would actually know his. So like, there's the Arcanist, and then there's the Arcanist's apprentice, they're like. So the Arcanist is like Master Jedi. The apprentices are like regular Jedi, and then you probably know like the Padawan, like the Elder Padawan levels. You actually know Petarch, who is a secondary apprentice.
Okay.
He's a wizard. He specializes in enchantment, but he's super spastic. Like he's come through the Laughing Cat. He is like, he's a younger human. He's probably like early to mid 20s, about Corn's age, but he is like the most ADD. Like he gets in a ton of trouble because he gets sent off on errands and does different errands. But he's incredibly talented magically, and he has this knack for study where he can if he can get to the information fast enough, he remembers it. So he's succeeded in wizardly studies because of that. But when it comes to like digging, he's not the best digger for information. But he's got a very, very good memory and easily.
Well, if you can put in a good word for us and maybe arrange a meeting for tomorrow or sometime within the next week, I'd happily stop by and have a chat, and introduce myself.
Zhixil kind of like darts his eyes at Corin, like, just so you're aware, I don't know, I don't know him very well.
Wait, I thought you knew
he knows
Padawan
he
did.
knows the So like.
Oh, sorry, I thought we were
yeah.
still in the middle. Yeah, no, Peter.
Yeah. He could definitely, like, somebody who knows somebody who's like personally interacts with Minolin on a daily basis.
Yeah, I think if I got that introduction, I think we can probably make our way up from there. That's kind of my angle.
Reasonable.
Yeah. Best lead I've had.
Yeah. I should ask, are you planning on staying here tonight, or are you planning on staying?
No, I'm going to thank them for the company and make my way back to the camp.
Yeah.
Ilikhal, since he's expecting us.
Okay.
I'm going to head back to the camp as well.
Zhixil stays, of course.
Zhixil kind of lives here. Pilot. Alfonz, make a perception check.
Did someone steal my coins?
No. Not yet. Maybe in a minute.
19.
19. Okay.
Really quickly, could I tuck my coin purse into my crotch area?
Sure, you can, yeah, if you want to. You got a nice bulge.
Nice.
That's how you get those are fine. What was your amount again?
19.
Sure. You do observe Corin slips Philip a note as you were leaving.
Okay.
Philip, you get a note
Mm-hmm.
as you were leaving, and it says, meet me at the inner west gate at midnight.
Meet me in the
inner west gate at midnight. So that is you would understand that to mean the division between the new city and the old city on the way in from the road which you were staying.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
And you guys travel. So from where you're staying,
what time are we looking at right now?
It's probably 7:30, 8 p.m.
Okay.
You've been here like 2 hours ish, maybe 2.5, between all the talking, meals, drinks. Like a lot of information has been shared.
Cool. Okay, so yeah, we'll head out. And as we're walking out, I guess I'll just say, now, Ronald, when we met, it was under definite. There were definite things that you wanted to keep to yourself, and I understand that. You've been very, very slow to trust us, and again, I understand that. I noticed that you got another note from Corin, and that's your business. But I want you to know that whatever it is, we've been through a lot as a party together, and you want to keep it to yourself, that's more to you. I understand that. I know Ilikhal has been quick to temper, but he understands that as well. As long as you know that our goals are still aligned, I want you to know that.
I don't intend to turn my back on you, and I will learn to trust you more.
I appreciate that.
Know that I'll be leaving for a brief moment tonight.
Well, stay safe. The city does look, although well guarded, I'm sure at night you can get up to whatever you're going to be getting up to. If there's a good story, though, I would like to hear it one day.
Okay, you all make your way back through. Well, you two make your way back to Ilikhal's camp. Ilikhal, your friends join you slightly after dinner.
So how long have the Ilikhal's tribe been where they are currently?
They've been here since around first thaw, so it's been like 3 weeks.
Okay.
That's a while though. Still.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean it's been like almost 30 days.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe almost 30 days. 26, 27. Yeah, because first thaw was 2 weeks plus 5 days ago. So that would be 23 days at least. So a hot minute.
One last thing I'd want to say to Pilot is I noticed that you perked up when Corin was talking about the Arcanists looking for things of interest. Is that something that you would be comfortable in helping me with?
For you, yes.
That's great.
Okay.
Okay.
You guys arrive back outside the west. It's not a gate. You arrive on the west road where the Verdofew clan is. If you're curious, Martin, it's made off of Verdensfell, which is Norwegian for World Mountain. That is either the Verdofew. You're right back slightly after dinner time. Like the clan has already eaten. Ilikhal's like sitting around. They also have like their own kind of celebration. They're all just vibing.
Before the others get back, I mentioned to my uncle, I may have a connection who may be able to speed things up with the king. I will let you know when I find out more. And then I also pass him a pouch with 50 gold in it.
He thanks you, and he says something in Goliath, not Goliath, giant.
Yep.
Which is it's like one family is kind of like what it means. It's like
yeah, say it back.
Yeah, and so you're after this the celebration. It's kind of like a nightly ritual a little bit. Everyone keeps their smaller fires, but there's kind of like a communal fire as well. And usually for like the official dinner meal, everyone will gather, and there is kind of it is like you're all family. Everybody sits at the same table kind of thing. And since the chief is back, everyone comes and is talking and is like everyone's making their rounds as necessary. They're coming to the chief. There's some small disputes to be settled, little things like that. And he holds court in his own way. Like that's when court is held, is at dinner time. Not until the first bite of dinner has been taken though, because you never want to hold court hangry. So the second, like the first, like few bites have gone down and the first like drink has been taken, then court can be like kind of in session. It's this ancestral tradition. As everybody's happier with at least a little bit of food in their belly. And that goes for like everyone around the court. Like no, everyone must eat before like business can start. And there's a little bit of Goliath entertainment of their extent. There's some of like the younger members. There's like it's like wrestling. It's like Olympic wrestling. It's like kind of like Olympic wrestling, kind of like sumo in a way. Like it's who can push who out of the circle. There is singing and percussion is generally Goliaths aren't known to be like stringed instrument players by nature. There are a couple like woodwinds, like large. It's not a flute exactly. Even it was, it's like a really bass flute.
Didgeridoo.
It's not exactly a didgeridoo either, but there is something akin. It's not a woodwind. I looked it up. I was so mad.
I was so mad too.
I swear it's probably because it's not in an orchestra, right?
It's a wind instrument but it's so similar to a straight trumpet that it's not considered a woodwind. But it's a kind of a ooh. This is the thing that's kind of didgeridoo-ish. It's ooh.
In case you were wondering why our sessions take 8 hours.
Hey, I love it. I love it. I'm all for
All
it.
for education.
On director's cut.
So there's bass and a little bit of wind and like kind of like a bass flute, like kind of a Mandalorian. Think Mandalorian flute sound. So it's very earthy. Theo. Up on cultural.
Theo, I think you could appreciate the Mandalorian.
Yeah, I would watch the Mandalorian. Actually, I might.
So there's all of that. As you guys arrive, you this is the first time, like, because last night you didn't really get the full experience. It's now the chief is back. Everybody's doing it is very normal. Ilikhal, it is it's home. It's dinner at home. For Pilot and Alfonz, it's a little strange. Like it is, you are witnessing like a cultural thing that how this is how the Goliaths hold this like familialness, and you feel like you are invited to like your friend's house. Like you're sitting down at your friend's dinner table, and they set the table different, and their mom's being like real nice to you, and like your friend's sisters are like elbowing you and like messing, like telling you like rude jokes, and you don't know like if you should laugh really loud. Like you chuckle at it, but you're like, I don't know how loud I'm supposed to laugh at this. I do find it funny though.
This is gonna be great.
Yeah.
I hope Ilikhal is gonna get trashed tonight, and I think this is gonna be a lot of fun.
He would.
What, they brought alcohol tonight?
They do.
Why not? I imagine they like ferment goat's milk or something.
They do not.
Just, like,
they have a
real
very,
hearty.
very strong. So it would be like a potato-based thing. It would be like a vodka.
Oh, vodka.
Because potatoes
Nice.
grow. Potatoes are a lot easier to grow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they have like a very strong potato-based alcohol, which is it's similar to like really strong vodka, and they do mix it with various things. So like if like you don't want to just pound this vodka straight out of the bottle. It's like they put it in fruit juices and other
Perhaps
things.
a sort of lemon lime drink.
Yeah, you can.
Sprite.
It's canon.
And there are a couple Goliaths who even there's like a couple like brewers of the tribe. They're like the expert like fermenters. It's firewater. They're like sketchy cousins that know how to make moonshine. They know how to do it extra fireproof. There are a couple like fire spitters of the tribe that are like experts in that. And there's a couple people with some like really bad burns because they're stupid that have done it one too many times. So you see that like as celebration gets a little raucous, like somebody tries to do it, and a couple other things. Your cousin Elsif comes over and he slaps you on the back and he says, "Cousin, you haven't gotten weak in your travels, have you? You're looking a little small. Looks like you aren't eating as well."
Would you like to test that with a wrestling match?
You know he does. You know he does. Absolutely.
Please tell me we walk in on this.
Oh, you guys are sitting beside him. Like,
okay.
You're at the table now. This is the celebratory part. Dinner has been eaten.
You'd like to keep track of the what?
The time.
The time.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right, because you got to leave. You got to slip out.
It is like 9 p.m.
Got time to party.
A little bit.
Does Pilot get drunk?
They can get poisoned.
They can get poisoned,
and they got high.
They can be under the influence.
Okay. I pour myself and Pilot a shot while we're watching the wrestling go down.
Before I wrestle, I take
I'm
a
not
shot
sure.
too.
Do you guys take it as a shot?
You can.
We will right now. Yeah.
You can water it
Cheers.
down, or you can just have it straight.
Yep.
Their shot glasses are just regular.
It's like this big. It's like, oh god.
It's one of those alcohols where like you feel it in your throat, and then it feels like it like spreads across your chest. Like it feels like it just.
That's accurate right there.
And it kind of like fills your face a little bit too. It's good though.
Many a family Christmas dinner with that kind of stuff.
Ilikhal has missed this like hard alcohol.
Yeah, I mean
like
it's
taverns. Not
it's
the same.
high proof.
Yeah,
it's flammable. Like it's got to be high proof. I think you have to be over like 110 proof before flammable. because like Jack Daniels isn't flammable. So Ilikhal, yeah, your cousin, like he like you both like you pound a drink and then you're like at like the wrestling ring. This
Elsif?
is Elsif, yeah.
Okay.
You also notice like around the clan, a lot of the men wear like travel pants, but a lot like they're shirtless with like it's almost like a big robe. They're kind of heavy. Like if you were to wear almost like if you were to like in a trench coat over like bare chest.
Oh, that's a lot.
It's a big shirt. It's warm. But
during Ilikhal's fight, or
yes.
like, can I kind of say from the sideline, Ilikhal, you better win or else.
Love it.
You can.
And really warm from my shot, I say, Ilikhal, that's my grandmother's name.
I give Alfonz like what would be a friendly shove for Goliath, but for Alfonz is a lot.
I'm on the floor.
Straight up falls on the ground.
Pilot and Alfonz, make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, God.
The alcohol.
Yeah.
That's a 3.
Getting wasted.
Yep.
It's a dirty 20.
Wait. A saving throw.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 3.
Still not enough. Alfonz, you're feeling kind of tipsy. You are going to have advantage on charisma-based checks and saving throws.
Nice. Okay.
Alfonz, roll D4.
Damn.
1.
You're gonna have at least an hour's worth of hangover in the morning.
Okay. That could have been worse.
I love alcohol mechanics.
Yep.
But for the remainder of your drunkenness, you do have advantage on charisma-based checks and saving throws. Pilot, you're fine. You feel fine.
What did you roll?
20.
Shit.
Pilot is
Alfonz is just a lightweight. Like he had a terrible trip. He's drunk.
It's true. This is true.
Jerry,
More
Ilikhal.
to the classy wines than shots.
Yes.
Yeah.
before
Ilikhal.
I go,
Oh yes, before you go ahead. Go.
could I
Do
could I try to take care of Alfonz and make sure he doesn't get into any particularly
Give him some water.
Yeah, he's a little he's like a little pink in the cheeks, but he seems like he's having a good time right now.
I tell him hydrate or dihydrate
That's the best.
Cheers.
because water helps hangover, I think.
Mm. Still gonna be hungover for an hour, so might as well go hard.
Fine, drink more, do it.
I'm sure the results of this fight will have at least one more shot.
Oh yeah.
Ilikhal, you step up into the circle, and like a bunch of people are like yeah, and like your cousin like kind of takes off his like jackety thing. And he's just
I take off
wearing,
my,
like,
my
pants.
armor. Yeah.
Same thing. You unclip your belt. You wear like a similar style of pants. Like obviously like they were made by the same person probably.
Family tailor runs in the business.
One thing my mini doesn't have is that my current armor is like a breastplate, I think, but
Yeah.
but yeah, I take that off. Yeah.
You unclip. A couple people help you out of it. Everybody likes to see a good fight, and you are two very well respected members of the clan. You're not elders, but you are adults in the clan, and you're seen as such. A couple of like the younger guys are like, Ilikhal, that's my grandmother's name. Like, they hear Alfonz say it, and they think it's fucking hilarious.
God.
It's his grandma's name.
Also, I did my armor class wrong before when I was unarmored. It's 10 plus dex plus con.
Yeah, you have unarmored defense.
Yeah.
You're a barbarian.
Yeah, I
Oof.
missed out plus con, I think. It's higher than I thought it was.
That was only during the fist fight, the first round.
Yeah, it was just a few
Yeah.
fights.
Is it
Like at the
higher
start, I
with the
didn't have armor.
breastplate?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Breastplate
Yeah.
plus dex?
Yeah. My
For now.
breastplate 16, unarmored is 14.
Okay. So you step into the circle, and it's kind of it's dressed up like a sumo wrestler circle. It's a circle with a couple markings, and you step up, and there is like he's a judge-ish. He's the guy that says go essentially and calls when somebody is out, and
Referee.
like people take
Hmm.
places doing that. Yeah, referee in like the lightest terms,
Yeah.
right? Like, sometimes he gets distracted. It's friendly. Like there's nobody.
Yeah.
There's nothing on the line here except pride. And generally the rules are if you get pushed out of the circle, you get pushed down. If you anything but the bottom of your feet touch the ground, you are considered like submitted. So sometimes sometimes they'll just like get absolutely slammed. Sometimes people will get like absolutely just bowled into. And so I'm going to say it's a mix of rock, paper, scissors and strength checks.
All right.
So
I'll take the winner.
Do you say that out loud?
Yeah.
You regret it.
Crush him into the ground. I can't wait.
So you can choose push, pull, and finesse are your options.
What's finesse?
Finesse is a throw or using someone's weight against them. It's a technical movement. So pull beats push beats finesse, and finesse beats pull. So if you go to like push into somebody and they pull, they're gonna just like pull you by. If somebody goes to pull, you can finesse them into falling down. Like you can step into it and like kind of knock them down onto the ground. And if somebody's trying to like finesse you, you can just kind of bap them real fast and just kind of knock them out of the ring. And then it's also a strength athletics check in addition to that. So
athletics.
Yes.
Oh God.
Awesome. I have a +6.
So,
Nice.
The way I'm going to say this wrestling works is if you win in strength and lose in rock, paper, scissors, it's a tie. If you win in both, it's a win. And if you win, lose, it's a tie. If you win, it's a win. If you lose, it's a lose. There is some dynamic to it. Like it's pretty easy to tie because you can win one and lose the other. But if you win both, you pull somebody out of the ring or you knock them down or whatever, or the other way around, you get knocked down. But you get up again. Yep. We're gonna keep you down. Up Thumpin' was actually a Goliath original. That is, who would have guessed?
Fun fact.
Chumbawamba is giant. That is what that.
I tried so hard not to do a spit take there.
I'm so glad I didn't take a drink when you said
Okay, you got it. It doesn't really matter because what you pick can be random. Push, pull, finesse. On your side is randomized. On their side is going to be.
So I go first.
So the way it works is we're going to roll opposing strength checks, and I'm going to roll a D3 for their pick. That way I can't make a choice beforehand.
What is a D3?
It's a D6 where 1 and 2 is 1, 2 and 3 is 2. Or 1 and 2 is 1, 3, 4 is 2, 4, 5. Actually, I also have a D3, which is a ±0. It's a fudge dice.
Okay.
So I'm going to say a plus is a push, a minus is a pull, and a blank is a finesse.
Okay.
Push, pull, finesse. Okay. So you step up and like you hear the drums beating. Feels good. Feels like you're at home.
So strength check?
It is a strength athletics check.
Okay.
Okay.
19.
They got a 7. So you win in strength. Do you push, pull, or finesse?
Push.
They were pulling. They rolled a minus. So they win the rock, paper, scissors.
Okay.
So you run into him and you push really hard, and your cousin knowing you're stronger than your cousin probably knowing that you're stronger than him, attempts to pull, but utterly fails in terms of strength. And he pulls you into him and kind of steps out of the way, and you stop at the edge of the circle and spin back around, and you're facing each other again, and you go again.
Oh, fuck. 12.
Another 7. Do you push, pull, or finesse?
Finesse.
He's got push.
I don't remember how these work.
He won the rock paper scissors again.
Okay.
So again, you kind of step into the circle and like maneuver, and he just rushes into you, but it's like a clash of titans, just boom. And you're now grappling. Like you're just right on top of each other. And like there's a little bit of trash talk happening here. Like he's like, yeah, you are getting thin.
Ilikhal.
And you go again. Okay.
You froze.
Okay.
Another 12.
This is a 10.
Hey.
You keep rolling higher in strength. Do you push, pull, or finesse?
Push. Just gonna fucking go with push.
You keep picking the wrong one. He pull again. You're grappling and you're leaning into him, and he's trying to jerk you and spin you out of the circle essentially. But you're keeping your footing really well, and you're just locked in. And it's just what you guys see are these two just huge Goliath body, just like they're like locking arms, and it's just a lot of like jerking and like throwing each other around. At one point, Elsif's like left foot completely leaves the ground, and he steps down like right on the edge of the circle and leans back into Ilikhal. At one point, Ilikhal never looks like he's out strengthed, but there's a couple every time it feels like Elsif is just like Elsif is making the right strategy, doesn't have the strength to pull it off every time. So it's like he'll go to like pull Ilikhal by, and Ilikhal will just stop and jerk back. It's just pure force. Go again.
Alfonz, are you gonna cast Fog Cloud?
No.
Oh, man.
11.
Got a 12.
Oh, fuck.
Do you push, pull, or finesse?
I don't know, Noah.
You just gotta pick one of them. It's random.
Insight.
You could.
Could I?
In the midst of it. I'm gonna say you got
Could I?
disadvantage on it. It's
Disadvantage is 15. The higher one was a nat 20.
it is not finesse. So
It is not finesse.
It's push or pull. Pull beats push. Certainly. He is either pushing or pulling.
Which means I should do either
Finesse or pull.
Okay. It's 50-50.
Yeah.
If I get it wrong, I lose.
You should not push.
Yeah.
Is essentially what you mean.
And he beat me in strength, so if I get this wrong, I lose.
Oh yeah. It's okay.
You won't lose. You'll tie on rock, paper, scissors. So I'll give you disadvantage on your next strength check.
Oh, that's true. No, but if I lose on rock, paper, scissors, because he beat me in strength.
But you know it's not finesse.
Mm-hmm.
So your options are finesse or pull.
Mm-hmm.
Finesse doesn't lose to pull because rock, paper, scissors. You can tie in rock, paper, scissors right now.
Yeah, I could tie or lose.
You could tie or win because you know it's not. So like if you know it's not rock, if you know somebody's playing paper or scissors, I
could win the rock, paper. I could win the rock, paper, scissors, but I could only tie or lose this match because he beat me on strength.
Right, but you have to lose both to lose the match. If you tie
rock,
paper, scissors and lose strength, I didn't really have a rule for that.
Like, you mean if I tie by, like, do the same thing as him?
Yeah, like if you both have scissors and you lose strength, you don't lose.
Yeah. Okay. So finesse or pull?
Yeah, if you pick push, that is
it's bad.
Almost certainly it's either gonna tie or lose.
Mm-hmm. Finesse.
You picked the right one.
Okay.
Hey.
So you do not have disadvantage on the next. He plants his left foot so hard and just like reaches around and just yanks into you. And you reach your foot behind his and try to just fall on top. And he's really surprised. But manages to like scramble out of the way. You completely took him off balance. The fight went the opposite way that it's been going. He finally got the upper hand in strength, and you made like a really good strategic decision. Roll again.
14.
Get it? 11. It's been rolling bad. Do you push, pull, or finesse?
I hate.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah. So I can push.
Okay. He also pushes, but you're stronger. So you both like kind of like equally dig into the ground. He starts to, what you guys see is they both lock arms into shoulders, essentially, like one arm like underneath the other, one arm on top, and they both push into each other. What you guys see is Ilikhal digs in, and Elsif starts to like literally slide in the dirt backwards, and he'll have disadvantage on his next strength check. Yep. Okay.
25.
You got a 9. Push, pull, or finesse. If you tie again, you'll win.
Mess him up.
I hate rock, paper, scissors.
Insight.
Can I do insight again?
At disadvantage.
Yeah. Oh, no, 4.
Can't really tell. You're too consumed by the
pushing.
Competition.
I'm just gonna keep pushing.
Okay. You both push into each other, and as you're both leaning into each other, his feet just slide back and slide back and slide back, and they cross the circle. You guys see Ilikhal just digging in, and it looks like he's just digging in as hard. But what you do notice is these two bodies just pushing in as hard as they could. Just one slides back as one digs in, and you hear the referee Goliath go, "He's out!" And
Ilikhal!
You're both sitting there, and like Ilikhal, you just kind of let him go, and he just kind of like slumps. Like you're like,
I clap him on the shoulder and I say, "Who's looking thin now, cousin?"
And he's laughing, and like he reaches up, and if you'll take his hand and help him,
yeah,
up,
I help him up.
He accepts it, and he slaps you on the back, and he says, "Still you, but maybe you can get some good eating here while you're there."
It's a strong grandmother.
So Alfonz,
and then
you're up
Alfonz,
next.
you feel a strong shove to like your mid lower back, and you were
Can I be holding 2 shots?
Yeah, if you want. You are lifted off the ground, and suddenly you are standing in the center of the ring, and there is a young Goliath. Like he's probably like 16.
Oh no! I wanted to fight Ilikhal.
Yeah,
you want to fight the winner? Okay,
I'll take the winner.
Hell yeah!
Okay,
and I hand you the shot, just like cheers
on
your victory.
Cheers, you. Take the shot.
Great. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Oh no, it's worse.
It's not enough then.
Oh no, it's better. It's 11.
Still
11.
not enough. Second shot's harder.
Still extra charisma.
Does that affect his playing? I mean, his.
Yes. Now you are officially like buzzed. Like you're not just a little tipsy. You're like
feeling it.
You're feeling it. Your toes are numb, definitely. Oh, and your fingers, tips of your fingers. If you do this with your teeth, can't feel it. Almost certainly.
Where is Alfonz familiar?
Oh, it's chilling. It's sitting on top of a tent or something.
Yeah, hanging out. Alfonz, this is actually really good for you. You will have disadvantage on all dexterity-based checks and saving throws, but you have advantage on all strength-based checks and saving throws.
No, fuck
He's
off.
got drunk strength.
No,
you
no,
are
it
really
doesn't.
feeling it. Also, Alfonz, roll a d6.
That is not a thing.
6. Oh my god. I'm gonna be so 5. No.
Your hangover is gonna last at least 6 hours tomorrow.
No.
I still call bullshit on drunk strength.
Ilikhal, roll a Constitution saving throw.
Why?
Because
I'm
you
a
had
big
a second
boy.
round.
You're drinking a lot
I'm a
too.
big boy.
You had a big shot.
I got a 13.
You're fine.
What?
You're fine.
You got an 11. It's probably a 12
Okay.
or a 13.
The first round is
Easy.
10. Second round is a 12.
Damn it.
Ilikhal got a first one for free because this is his hometown.
And I'm a big boy.
He's a big boy.
He's at least 7 foot tall.
I'm 7'2".
Okay, so I need you to be honest about rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah.
Should we actually just rock, paper, scissors?
You should just rock, paper, scissors on camera.
Yeah.
But I need you guys to roll strength checks first.
Yeah. Roll your
Okay.
athletics.
Oh wait, but advantage,
Yes,
right?
you have advantage
That's
on
great.
your
That's
strength
great.
athletics.
Bullshit
That's so good,
reasons.
because I'm minus, so that's perfect. 19!
Dirty 20.
Wait, 18.
Nice.
18, so you're good. Because
So,
I've got
okay, now you got to
minus
rock, paper, scissors.
All right. Do we go
Shit.
on shoot?
Rock, paper, scissors,
Sure.
shoot. Yes.
Okay.
rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Okay, you both
Okay.
got
Tie.
scissors. So Ilikhal, who is Alfonz, I'm gonna say it's push. You guys, Alfonz, you go for it. Like, pilot observing this is the most like going for it you've ever seen Alfonz. Like battle cries. Can I get a battle cry?
Jasper.
Yeah.
Right.
Jasper.
And Ilikhal like kind of just steps and like just chest checks him. And Alfonz just you just slam. It's like hitting a wall of just beefy Goliath guy. And you kind of bounce
Down,
off and
but
you're
not
like,
out.
oh fuck. You will make your next strength check a disadvantage, but you
So
will
just
have just
one
like a
dice.
regular one.
Okay, but regular
because you're
disadvantage.
normally rolling at advantage.
Hey, buddy. Good night.
I
Go again
quickly
with your
turn
strength.
to
Strength
Alphonse
checks.
Owl and I go, "You seeing this?"
And I was like you're looking at it, you're like, I was like, fuck yeah, this is bad.
17.
Or 13.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna close my eyes for rock, paper, scissors, and just on shoot is what I'll have.
Okay.
So I'm not
That's a
cheating.
good call.
You say it.
All right, rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Okay.
No way.
So you both again, Alphonse just you charge again. Ilikhal just you feel Ilikhal's just large arms encircle you, and you try and like grab him and try and yank on him, and he just gently
hugs.
hugs, and you feel him like you didn't realize that he was hunched down a little bit. Like you, as you're charging into him, you realize that you're on head level, which doesn't make sense, and just arms encircle you, and then you feel Ilikhal stand up, and your feet aren't touching the ground. And Ilikhal just walks forward and sets you down on the other side. Your little feet were just going.
No,
And he sets you down outside the circle.
Okay.
That's great.
And all the guys like, yeah! He tried to do it though! And you're
I
getting like
clap him
clapped on the back.
Yeah.
Like, everybody is like really proud of you for trying.
Good.
I like
good
lift
effort,
up
my
your
friend.
arm, just like.
That was great.
I grab Alphonse a cup of water.
Thank you.
Pilot hands
He
you.
needs it.
It looks like a big. They're these like horned flagons or tankards, and just
Drinking horns.
yeah. And you're like, oh yeah, let's go. You're into it enough. You're not getting a lot of taste buds right now, so it is.
I'm
it is
gonna
refreshing
take
water, though.
another shot.
Okay, roll a Constitution saving throw.
Dirty 20.
You're
Nice.
feeling
I guess I take another one too,
fine.
Oh my god.
because we were fighting, and I'm fighting drunk.
What time is it right now?
Oh, that's a 3.
It's not enough. Yep.
What am I rolling?
Okay. Roll a d8.
Ooh.
4.
You're
So I'm
hangover
hungover for
10
10
hours.
10
hours.
hours.
Yikes.
That's rough, buddy.
And now you have the inebriated condition. You are drunk. You're actually drunk.
Sloppy drunk.
An inebriated creature has disadvantage on all attack rolls and ability checks, but believes they have advantage.
Oh no.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
Accurate.
That's normal. That's normal.
So you're rolling 2 dice on everything.
Oh man.
Thinking you're taking the higher, but you're actually taking the lower.
We should have done the wrestling with this.
Yeah.
Pilot, it is approaching 11. About an hour until midnight.
How long again would it take me to get to the
Maybe like
gate?
half an hour.
Okay. I sit Alfonz down
Mhm.
and I go,
No.
how are you feeling?
Great.
The
best.
Never felt better in my entire time in this silly world. This is the night where things will happen.
I clap him like hard on the shoulder and I go, "Me too, my friend." And I take another shot.
Yep. Roll a Constitution saving throw.
I'm smiling.
That
so
one.
hard now.
Not one. Two failures.
D6 or D8? Oh shit.
You're going straight to D6.
Woof.
D6?
Yep.
Okay, that's fine.
We've got to meet the king tomorrow.
Oh no. I rolled a 6.
Okay, you're gonna be hungover for 6 hours, so 4 hours less than Alfonz. And you are officially buzzed. You disadvantage on all dexterity-based checks and saving throws, but you have advantage on all strength-based checks.
All right.
You skip the charisma one.